too. It's online. It's the what episode number is it? Make sure. Jesus. Just look up the November 18th, 1992 episode of Unsolved Mysteries. It's free on YouTube. You can see it's the last episode. It's the last case of that episode. I think there's a psychic case at the beginning of it. I'm not sure.
That's what made
Uh
me remember it was the psychic.
yeah. Yeah, it's a psychic case. There's a reenactor of my father that looks nothing like my father. He looks like just a confused extra.
He's not supposed to be identical. You
It's
know,
just like at least try to make it look like him.
like his hairline
He's
doesn't look anything like my dad.
the reenactor the reenactor in this show. He's on the stand trying to be my father, and he looks like the most confused brother in the world. He's just like, okay. Looks nothing like my father. Just look like he just got an old black man. Just like put him out there.
And that's all they were trying to do.
Yeah, put him out there. So the episode airs, and they get a phone call from two viewers. The two viewers called to refute the alibi from one of another suspect. That suspect was Timothy Guess,
Right.
who was Jacqueline's biological uncle.
Okay.
So when Jacqueline was first taken, Cynthia thought initially her biological father had taken Jacqueline because he had tried to do it before when she was a newborn from her.
Okay.
That's what she said when she was newborn. Like her mother had discovered him trying to break into the window. He denies it. He even to this day he denies that he tried to take her.
Gosh, that's a hell of a thing to
yeah.
have to deny.
Yeah, and they were like, well, she thought, oh my God, he finally took her. They ruled him out because they found him in Florida in prison for sexual assault.
Oh God damn it. I mean, where are they? Why all these people doing oh, okay.
Yeah, they
That's a
found
lot.
Jacqueline's biological father in a Florida prison for sexual assault. So they kind of ruled him out. And
Yeah.
they also talked about his brother, Timothy. Now, Timothy was diagnosed schizophrenic, had other mental issues. Um, the family, like Cynthia, tried to make sure that there was still some connection with her biological father's family. So she would like send her, like, let her visit her uh, grandmother,
Right.
Timothy, and her father's mother.
Right.
Jacqueline really didn't like going over there, and they were like Cynthia was kind of like, I don't know if I still want to send my kid over there, and
Difficult.
it was difficult, and she would never let Timothy be near Jacqueline.
Okay.
She always got a bad vibe off of Timothy.
Okay.
Like there's been no proof that he actually tried to do anything to her. Just never been a bad vibe. It's
The
been a
whole
bad vibe.
doggone family. My gosh.
Yeah. And the police questioned Timothy, and he was working at the Park Avenue restaurant in Harvey, Illinois. Do you remember that?
Harvey.
Yes. That's the
Woo!
last police
I
department. We
spent
got
some
the
time
bingo.
in Harvey. Oh boy.
We
High
got
school
the
age me.
bingo.
Running through Harvey.
We got Crestwood, we got Midlothian, we
Chasing
got
them
Blue
boys.
Island, and we got Harvey.
Chasing them.
Bingo.
Running fast after him in Harvey.
Yeah, but
Yikes.
do you remember the Park Avenue Park Avenue restaurant?
What's that? The main street that you take coming from like
154th.
yes. Yep.
Yeah, 154th.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Coming from
remember. I remember.
Olympia Fields and Chicago Heights and Olympia Fit going straight down the street. Yep.
Yeah, I would be coming from Blue Island, so going through
Other
to
way.
get
That's
over. Yeah. But I was coming through Blue Island when I passed um, the Park Avenue restaurant, little diner. It's not there anymore. The building is
right.
torn down. It's blank, but it was. I remember because it was like a triangle fucking diner. Because the street was like a triangle.
Right.
Yeah,
It
I
was
remember
huge.
that.
They had a huge sign right there. Right.
Yeah, huge sign. It was a triangle shaped restaurant and stuff. But Timothy um, worked there and said that he was there that night, and he was backed up by four of the waitresses that worked there,
Okay.
and one of the managers. Now, two of them called in to Unsolved Mysteries to say that he was not
Oh my.
there, that he was not there that night at the time he said he was. They said that he came. They saw him at 9:30, and then he was there a short period of time, and then he left.
Mm. Which isn't the oddest thing in the world, I'm sure, for a whole lot of people who work in restaurants.
Mhm.
To get there, it's not busy. They leave their coworkers. You know.
Also added to the fact that he really didn't work there.
Oh well. Now I have nothing.
No, he didn't work there.
Okay.
He was there all the time because a woman he was seeing worked at the Park Avenue,
Gotcha.
and he would help out from time to time, and
Oh,
occasionally
just helping his
the
friend.
open his
And then that.
girlfriend,
Yeah.
and because he was there all the time, and
Right.
he told people that he worked there, but he didn't work there. Occasionally, he got a couple of bucks for
Right.
bussing tables and wiping them down, but for pretty much what other patrons had said there, he would be there drinking coffee or playing. They had a little slot machine that was there,
Yeah.
playing that little slot machine. But he did not work there. And the girlfriend, guess where she stayed?
In the same apartment complex.
The Islander apartment complex in Blue Island.
Yikes.
Here comes the third revelation I've never
How
told
did I
anyone.
get like? Okay.
I saw him before.
Shut up, Nick.
I saw Timothy Guest. This was
Nobody. Be quiet.
no, I saw him before. He was.
You remember this as a kid?
It was 2 months before all this happened.
Okay.
I was outside. I was playing. He comes driving up on Canal, and he picks up. I guess was his girlfriend. I guess it was who was the woman who stayed there, and he kind of looks over. He looks at me and a couple of kids I was playing with, and then he picks her up and drives down the street. It was him.
Now, did you see him more than once? Is that how you remember him, or you just particularly remembering this one time?
I remember him in the car.
Just
The
this
car
one
I
time.
seen. The car I seen multiple times.
Okay, you saw a car multiple times. You just remember him though.
I
His
remember
face
him.
that
Yeah,
individual time.
yeah, and it was the same
Okay.
license plate. That's why I kind of noticed it. It was the same license plate. I can't remember the license plate on the top of my head right
Right.
now, but
Of
it was the
course.
same license plate. So, and it's no,
Peculiar.
and it's also not a secret that he was around there.
Okay.
That he was picking up his girlfriend, so he'd been
Girlfriend
around
was
there.
there. Right.
There was no evidence that David Dowaliby had ever been to that area, and
Right.
probably didn't even know that the apartments existed. Maybe, maybe not, but he probably never been there. But there's evidence pointing towards Timothy Guest being there. So they change the alibi for that. So Paul Hogan and David Promise ends up going a back and forth to try to get to talk to him. He finally agrees to talk to him and go meet in a restaurant, I think in Orland Park or something. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
And Timothy proceeds to tell that there's a spirit in him.
Oh Lord. Here we go.
There's a spirit in
A
him.
rapey spirit, huh? A murder. Because that's what they usually say.
He says that he knows what happened to Jaclyn, but he doesn't know, but the spirit knows.
The
And
spirit
like if it's a certain eye color, if it's like a blue, yeah. Hold on, let me finish.
Nah,
if it's like
I'm not gonna let you finish. Jail.
Lock him up. Da, 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 da. Jail.
Go ahead, I
jail,
suppose.
jail. So he proceeds to tell the two that the spirit, and it's like if a certain eye color is different,
Lord,
that's the spirit. Like if it's green, or I think it's green. So he proceeds to tell that the spirit had gone to the Dowaliby's home and gotten into the home, went up to Jaclyn's room. He knows it because he passed by Davy's room, and the spirit took Jaclyn.
I swear.
And he describes Jaclyn's room to a T.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he knew exactly what it looked like.
He even said that her closet light was on. That had never been told out to the public. Only the person who took her for that night knew, and Paul Hogan and David Promise, because they knew the evidence that it happened. So the family knew, the prosecution knew.
It never came out in the trial.
It never came out in the trial, and it never came out to the public.
This is an unfortunate family.
He took her.
Of course.
I don't.
This
is.
I swear.
Yeah. Here's my theory. It's one of two things happened. I don't think he meant to hurt Jaclyn. I think that he was angry at the fact that his mother was angry at the fact that he didn't get to see Jaclyn more. So he wanted to help the situation. So he ends up taking Jaclyn, and an accident happens, him trying to get Jaclyn to be quiet, and it went too far.
It went too far. Okay.
He's still guilty as fuck.
Yeah,
all right. He killed her.
These killings aren't accident. We went too far.
And he knew about that area in Blue Island, so he takes her and leaves her there.
Right.
There's also another story I heard about him. This is from another podcast. I believe it's The Shattered Window. It was a good multi-part series on this case, because everything I'm condensing, because I'm not going to go multi-parts with this thing.
Of course.
Someone brings up the theory that, remember I told you about the little slot machine at Park Avenue restaurant in Harvey?
The slot machine.
Well, supposedly this woman tells this thing that Timothy used to play that slot machine all the time.
Yeah.
And he used to borrow quarters from this other patron all the time to play the slot machines, and they would talk regularly.
Mm-hmm.
And from what she had said, that this patron wanted his money. And Timothy, he don't got no damn job. He's making a little money that it is. Maybe they made some sort of arrangement where, because she thinks this patron was a little creepy. Maybe it had something to do with hurting kids. Maybe it's a thing he ends up going with David to go take Jaclyn. Because there was another part of the story. Like, there's another part that I haven't said yet, that the police questioned Davy.
The little boy.
And he said that he heard glass breaking that night. And he didn't think anything of it. And he laid back down. And then he heard some more noise. So he got up, went downstairs into the basement, and he said he saw two men.
Two men.